Hello. We are back with another video. I recently had the pleasure of seeing It, Pennywise, the Dancing Clown. This film came out in 2017, and it's one of those films that I think it was a turning point for me, in which I had to realize what was essentially a good horror film. Because I reached a certain age where I'm no longer scared by certain things, right? But I have to acknowledge that, okay, if I'm not jumping up and I'm not frightened, what are some things and elements that I can appreciate? Is it the writing? Is it the channeling of the fears and stuff like that? Or is it like the characters themselves, right? So, you follow the loser kids, and when they're kind of encountering a cosmic being, a demon or entity that feeds off their fear and turns into their biggest fears. But then also particularly charges children because of like they fear the most, and he said they taste different, and they're trying to find out the mystery behind the disappearing of kids, but then also trying to get rid of the entity itself. This film is kind of interesting because when this film came out, I was only like 5 or 4 years older than most of the loser kids, and very relative in age to these kids. And I think I was like probably like 18 or 19 at the time. So I guess in relative to age, I'm talking about super senior, but I was still like a kid, you know. I was 18, 19, but still relatively a kid. And it was nice seeing how talented these people are, especially like the actors and actresses within this film, and to be able to navigate that even as kids. And what I appreciate about this film is like, even though you mostly follow the kids, like the adults aren't ignorant, they do have their place within the films. And I mean, that's what I hate about like most of like these teenage films or these horror films, is like you have these kids and their parents, but you never see the parents. You're like, what the fuck's going on with the parents, right? But no, like the parents are involved, they're aware, but then they're also just trying to hide. They don't want to say what's going on. It kind of reminds me of A Nightmare on Elm Street, when the parents in the town, they knew about Freddy, but they didn't tell their kids about it. It feels similar things within this film. Is like people are aware of Pennywise and the entity, but they're not really highlighting. They're not giving this day. They're not telling the kids about it, and it kind of leads them to being in dangerous situations, because if they were better, more prepared, then they're better ready to handle. Biddle Skarsgård, I think that's how you pronounce his name, is phenomenal in this role. He is so iconic in this role that despite being a remake, it being a resurgence for the character, and around this time, and even currently now, he's deemed as a horror icon, and people do their outfits very similar to this one as of now in this day and time, and probably like for years to come. Like when you talk about your Freddy, your Chucky, your Jason, your Michael Myers, Pennywise is right up there. Very talented cast. I want to give special shout out to the young female actress within this film. Very talented. I think like she pretty much carried some of the scenes, in addition to some of the loser kids such as Bill. Frankie was another good one. Yeah, this is an all-star cast, and it's not one that particularly scares me per se, but it is one story of a cosmic being or a cosmic entity, and it makes me wonder like what causes this thing to work and how does it function. So definitely removed from these films in the sense that it's been like 5 years since I've seen this film, and I did have a great time. It is something that I will see again, and I also look forward to watching It Chapter 2 next. Have you seen It? What are your thoughts? Like, comment down below. Subscribe if you made it to the end of this video for future content, especially with Chapter 2 review coming out shortly. And as always, Jaritos are on me. Ciao.